Meteorologist Kathy Sabin. I'm here in the 9 News Weather Center, and we're talking about the Arctic cold, which has taken hold of Colorado, the Front Range, and the Eastern Plains. We remain under a winter weather advisory through 11 o'clock tomorrow. Temperatures today hovered in the mid-teens. Tonight we're going into the single digits, and the coldest air is set to arrive tomorrow. Wind chill will become a factor as we move through the overnight hours, with some of the wind chill forecast 10 below to 15 below. There have been periods of light snow, but so far not a big impact on many of the major roads or arteries, even the sidewalks as of yet, but overnight that will be changing. So taking a look outside right now, the wind is starting to pick up a little bit. We're seeing a little bit of a light dusting on some of the sidewalks and roadways out there, but still in pretty good shape. For those headed up I-70 into the mountains, we are seeing scattered snow showers, poor visibility, and the roads now starting to get a little bit slick, but still no major issues on that artery heading up to the high country. So this latest Arctic blast has several impacts. We have a winter weather advisory that's out from now until 11 o'clock tomorrow for Denver, Greeley, Fort Collins, and Boulder, and also portions of northeastern Colorado for an additional 2 to 4 inches of snow, which will create some icy and snow-packed roadways for tomorrow morning's drive. As the snow begins to wind down tomorrow, the very cold air mass will stay in place for at least another 24 hours. So light snow is expected overnight tonight through the drive tomorrow. As we start to see that snow wind down and skies clear, some of the coldest temperatures of this Arctic outbreak will settle in Wednesday night into Thursday morning. So we've called a weather impact alert for tonight and tomorrow, and even for the first part of Thursday, due to the cold and also for the snow. And so checking current temperatures, well, let's first start with the high temperature today. It hasn't moved a whole lot this afternoon. We thought we would get to about 20 degrees today. So far, the high 15 in Denver, 14 in Greeley, 14 in Fort Collins. We did see 20s on the map around Pueblo and Trinidad, only 10 in Lyman. The warmest temperatures were actually found over elevated terrain and out across the western slope today. Check out Grand Junction at 48 degrees. As we look at current readings out at DIA, the official observation site coming in with 8 degrees, a wind chill of -6, and light winds out of the east and northeast. And there are snow showers out at DIA, so call ahead if you have a flight tonight or early tomorrow morning. Lots of moisture coming into Colorado, along with the second of 2 Arctic cold fronts moving from north to south. As that cold air mixes in with some of the Gulf moisture, there will be the potential for some ice storm scenarios playing out in the Midwest. We'll be watching for that, but also the potential for some heavy rain for those traveling south into Texas, Louisiana, or Mississippi. Radar's really starting to fill in now. We're starting to see some of the heavier snow bands from Fort Collins down to Denver, out across the I-76 corridor into Fort Morgan, extreme northeastern Colorado, and then south. Parker, Highlands Ranch, Castle Rock, down to Colorado Springs and Pueblo. Seeing some light accumulation there, especially on the roadways in areas like Monument Hill and the Palmer Divide. Radar is indicating some of the snow starting to stick around Akron and Ray and out toward the Flagler area, and we do expect the snow to kind of pick up over the next 2 to 3 hours and continue right through the morning drive. The area in red in Kansas, that is a winter storm warning for up to a foot of snow. The areas in light blue is a winter weather advisory. It covers most of eastern Colorado as well as the metro area and I-25 corridor up to Fort Collins and into Wyoming. West of I-25 in the foothill areas above 6,500 feet, it is possible we could see up to 10 inches of snow by this time tomorrow night. In the Denver area, some areas have already seen a dusting to an inch of snow. We'll see an additional 2 to 4 inches, which doesn't sound like a lot, but the impact will just be the cold. That snow will not melt. It will be icy, and then just being out in the cold for any length of time with exposed skin. Of course, we always worry about frostbite with conditions like this. This polar plunge is diving south out of Canada straight down into New Mexico and northern Texas, and then after Wednesday, a wind shift and pattern shift will help to scour out some of that cold air, and that coldest air will lift north and east into the northern plain states and Midwest and become someone else's problem as we get to enjoy a warming and drying trend heading into Friday and the weekend. Tonight, We see the snow fill in not just in Denver, but along the I-25 corridor from north to south and out on the eastern plains. There will be some areas of blowing snow east of Akron and Burlington out there with poor visibility and just, bad travel after about 11 o'clock tonight. Mountains are getting in on the action as well, seeing additional accumulation between midnight and 6 a.m. in that 3 to 6 inch range. So many of your favorite ski resorts are going to get a nice little refresh in the snow just in time for the weekend, as we have this system coming in, and then a stronger one for Friday into Saturday that may produce up to a foot of snow, maybe even 2 feet of snow as you head into next weekend. So the mountain snow machine is definitely on. I think the commute tomorrow morning is going to be a bit slow. There may be some school delays due to the snow, cold, and ice, but notice on Futurecast by 7 a.m., northern Colorado already seeing some drier air working in. Some of the snow showers will come to an end before lunchtime in Denver and across eastern Colorado. Foothill areas and I-70 may see additional snow shower activity throughout the day and into the evening. But tomorrow night, about this time when skies clear and winds remain light, that's when some of the coldest air will settle in, and then we'll see temperatures go below zero. The additional snow accumulation, again for Denver, is in that 2 to 4 inch range, but it's possible we could see a banded setup out around Trinidad, extending out to La Junta, Lamar, into Burlington and Colby. Most of the elevated terrain areas north and west of Denver are in that 4 to 6 inch range on top of the snow that you have already seen. And so we will be dealing with this overnight tonight, all day tomorrow, and then tomorrow night we clear out. Then it becomes about the cold, and then we're back to sunshine with temperatures above freezing on Thursday afternoon. Futurecast as of 10 o'clock tonight showing the snow moving into Denver, Parker, and Castle Rock, filling into Boulder, Longmont, Loveland, Fort Collins, and also into the Greeley area. The heavier snow bands are forecast to move in later tonight and continue through the drive tomorrow. But then you notice by about 2 o'clock, the snow's basically done. You might even get a little bit of sun poking through the clouds there, but still a snow shower for those traveling through Longmont and Boulder and up into the foothill areas, and then even going up even higher into areas like Winter Park and Granby. That snow could go most of the afternoon. The advisories for snow and travel will cancel out around lunchtime tomorrow, and additional accumulation for areas like Kiowa, 3.4 inches, Deer Trail 2.7, 4.7 in Allens Park, and over 6 inches for Winter Park. Steamboat, Eagle, Aspen, and Vail, and Loveland and Copper will do very well with this recent setup. So your forecast for tonight will be cold. This morning our low is 6. Tonight we're going for 2, but some areas will fall below 0, and then you factor in the wind, even though it's light, and that does create a wind chill, and our forecast wind chill is about -10. Tomorrow, these are your high temperatures, looking very much like a low temperature map. And again, the average high for this time of year is about 44. So we're at 14 for Denver, 15 in Greeley, 14 in Fort Morgan. Temperatures in the teens if you're going skiing, but look out across the western slope and temperatures are milder in the 30s. And that will be a trend heading into the next couple of days as this cold air mass, this shallow layer of Arctic air just kind of settles in to Denver and right along the Front Range foothills. Lows will bottom out near 0 tonight, top out again tomorrow in the mid-teens. But again, the wind chill becomes a factor, as well as the 2 to 4 inches of snow that we're expecting overnight tonight. Winter weather advisory stays in effect for Denver through 11 o'clock tomorrow. You'll wake up to cloudy skies with snow showers that will be tapering off. Temperatures will climb a little bit, but it's going to feel and look a lot like the temperature trend for today, with very little sunshine and continued cloudy skies. And even without heavy snow after the morning drive, there'll be occasional flurries and snow showers up until about lunchtime. The high tomorrow at 14, sunrise at 6:55. Winds continue out of the north and be a little bit gusty at times. The extended forecast shows a cold weather trend for Wednesday and early Thursday, hence the weather impact alert for both those days, including tonight. We will see a low tonight of 2, a high tomorrow of 14, a low tomorrow night of -2. But again, wind chill values in the next 24 hours between -5 and -10. We see sunshine for Thursday morning when you wake up, but it will be the coldest morning with temperatures 0 to about 5 below. And then with the sunshine and a wind shift out of the south, we think temperatures will climb into the mid and upper 30s above freezing, which will help to melt off the snow and ice around the area. Friday's Valentine's Day, looking a whole lot better with sunshine and 50 degrees, but there is another weather system out there that we're tracking. This one has the potential to bring some snow showers late Friday into early Saturday. Right now, accumulation doesn't look like it's going to be a big factor. I noticed the temperature trend not overly cold. So after Thursday morning, it looks like we're done with the Arctic cold and the Arctic air mass, and really through the extended period. Now, this Friday, Saturday storm system, while it may bring a few light snow showers to kick off our weekend, in the mountains, it's tapping into the atmospheric river, which extends all the way back into the West Coast and the Pacific. And that will just fuel the snow machine. It's just going to snow nonstop for a couple days up there, and that could lead to 1 to 2 feet of snow. So if your Valentine's Day plans take you up to the mountains on Friday or early Saturday, you need to really pay attention to the forecast, because snow, wind, and travel, certainly something that we'll be talking about all weekend long. This could be one of the bigger snowstorms for the mountains that we've seen so far this season. Some of the models have the heavier snow in the southern mountains, but some of the models have the northern and central mountains included as well. So definitely something to watch. Sunday looks great. Sunshine of 43, back to 50 on Monday, and there may be something Tuesday into Wednesday of next week. But let's talk about Valentine's Day, shall we? On Friday, after a chilly start, temperatures will top out in the low 50s with lots of sunshine. It is certainly possible that we'll see a few snow showers that evening or early the next day, but all in all, I don't know that it'll be too impactful in Denver. But for those of you that are going skiing and snowboarding, good for you. This could be an amazing weekend to get into some knee-deep powder, but travel will certainly be impacted. So tonight, it's all about the cold. We're going to have snow off and on all night long. It will definitely impact the morning drive and possibly delay the start to school. So check ahead, call ahead. But after we get through the morning, it's just going to be cold. We'll be done with the snow. And then the cold really settles in tomorrow night. By Thursday morning, we're basically done. It's going to be a cold start, but we'll zip right back into the mid-30s, melt off the snow and ice, and then be staring right into a long holiday weekend, hopefully for a lot of you. Anyway, we're going to cover more on this and all the day's news coming up tonight. Starting at 9, we'll be on 9 News at 9 and 10 and on Channel 20. So please join us then, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great evening, and if you're out and about, bundle up, stay warm, and stay safe. Have a great night.